Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp coming back at you again with another lesson entitled Born in Vain. Take a look at the thumbnail and you see the big wave, okay? Now think about a drop of water versus that wave, okay? That drop of water would represent the elect, okay? And the wave would represent those that are born in vain. So when you see scoffers, okay, for instance, the elder Manata Zakba out there in South Carolina just recently had this Eve, okay, had her running her mouth talking about she basically was talking about are people look the same? Do people look the same in heaven as they did on earth, and this, that, and the other? And she started off what she sounds like she has a legitimate question. And by the time she finished talking and she gets to the end, she didn't talk so proudly, all right, and accuse the Lord, all right, and said so many things that we just sit back and like, this bitch gonna get killed. The Lord gonna destroy the shit out of her. All right. Bottom line. And we feel the same way, all right, with the dudes too. It don't matter. Everybody that got their mouth open and talk so proudly, despising the word, despising the Lord, despising the men of the Lord, all right, they're gonna be destroyed. All right. This is Luke 10 and 16. And it reads, He that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. Okay? So all those scoffers are definitely going to get dealt with. Okay? Now, in this lesson, we're talking about that those people that are born in vain, all right, as opposed to whom the Lord has kept, okay, the elect, okay. This is Second Ezra 9 and 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And that sanctified is setting them apart, okay? Making them holy, all right? Set apart. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when that yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. Okay? And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is crafted. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. And he answered me, saying, Like as the field so is also the seed. As the flowers be, such are the colors also. Such as the workman is, such also is the work. And as the husband is himself, so is his husbandry also. For it was the time of the world. And now, when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable rid themselves. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that will come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. All right, so the Lord talked about a perpetual seed that is corrupted, okay? But he also talked about keeping a grape of the cluster to himself that he's made perfect. All right, and now we're gonna get into that. Okay, so you have the 144,000. Okay, that the Lord has kept those men and kept guile out of their mouths. This is Romans 8:29. For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Okay? This is Romans 11 and 4. Romans 11 and 4. But what said the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Okay, so that 7,000 just means a complete number. Doesn't mean 7,000 literally. This is Revelation 14 and 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. All right. So these virgins, the 144,000, were not defiled with women, meaning idolatry and philosophies, okay, and all these different religions and all that bullshit, okay. So no, they weren't defiled, and they were redeemed among men, being the first fruits, okay, and so the 144,000, and then you have the multitude, okay, which the Lord is going to save, okay, um, and the rest were born in vain, all right, and so the 2/3 that are going to die, okay, those 2/3 have to be born again in the kingdom, okay, and then you'll get it, all right. I had a scoffer talking proudly. I said, brother, you're not gonna get it on this side, okay, you'll get it, okay, if the Lord don't open it up to you, all right, if he don't open up your understanding, you'll get it on the next go around, all right, you'll have your head down in the kingdom, but Everybody gonna be righteous. You'll get it. You'll everything that was said to you that you scoffed at, you're gonna understand and believe. All right. So in this truth, the more time you spending in this truth, the more you really just you realize, a lot of these people are born in vain. All right. So it becomes uh, more and more cut and dry where you really don't give a shit. Okay. You just, hey, they get to talking and scoffing. You be like, the Lord gonna destroy him, man. You warn him and you keep it moving. All right. So this has been Born in Vain. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.